Good morning. I'm not sure why I'm not getting any sound like the music. I have no music sound, and I'm not sure why. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Um, I didn't change anything from last night, and it's still not behaving. Good morning, Sagittarius. I'll see if I can't figure out what's going on here with this with the sound. Because you're not hearing any music, are you? I assume you can hear me. I don't know what's going on. You can hear me just fine, just can't hear any of the music. I can't hear the music. I'm not sure um, what happened. I didn't change anything. My little uh, mixer box. Ye- that's probably, I have to turn on, let me turn on a noise filter. This is my husband playing Destiny 2. Let me see here. Where's the filters? Filters. I can add a sound filter, a noise suppression. I'm going to add one and we'll see if it sounds okay. Is that better? Or do you still hear the gunshots? I'm not quite as prepared. No, he doesn't stream. He doesn't stream Destiny. He should, but he doesn't. Okay, good. So the noise suppression works. So at least that is working. I'm not really sure why I'm not getting anything else here. So I've been working on a project um, for my Etsy store, uh, and I'll show you in just a few minutes here. I'm just gonna set this other stuff up. I gotta set this to the right display and get everything working properly. I'm not even sure where I am on here. I didn't show up on the art stream page. Where's my webcam? It's not working. Nothing's working today. I'm not sure what happened. Um, so the thing that I have been working on is, well, why isn't it showing? Okay, so nothing's working. Everything's broken. There we go. Um, I'm working on these skin textures for my Etsy store for VRoid, and I'm making some uh, more varied skin textures because the only options, and I'll show you what I mean. I'll open up VRoid as soon as I get the right display set up here. I want to catch. Wait, which one is it? I think it's. No, not display 3, not display 2. There we go. Um, so your options for skin colors are very limited in VRoid Studio. You just don't get a whole lot of diversity there. And I understand there's probably, it's difficult to get good skin colors with their sliders. So I'll show you what I mean. Let me pull up VRoid Studio here. And so I'm just going to close this for a moment and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to close this texture editor. Just overwrite that. I'm working on this texture right now. And so if you just go to like the default texture, and we'll edit this one. And so I made a guide that has the and I want to I'm going to import. I made a guide that has the, has like a skin color palette as part of the guide so that you can just use the eyedropper with it to select the colors. And that's one way that you can do it. And that's like the easiest and quickest way is to do this. So I just have here we go. This. It's just got, you can see here in this part, there's just these little boxes that are your skin color guide. So this is a skin color palette that I got from Clip Studio. I have a whole like a big, like 380 color set of skin color textures. And I want music, and I want you all to be able to hear music. So I'm going to see if I can't fix this real quick by selecting something else. I'm not sure why my mixer is not working. I didn't mute it. But so Clip Studio has this really nice set of skin color textures that you can, or skin color palettes that you can use for all your projects. And you can use VRoid Studio and use they have like a color calibration thing where you can select your textures and use that. Let's see here. Let me change this. And speakers there. I want that. And then in here, I'm going to choose that. And we'll see if it works. Why my desktop audio isn't working. It's still not working. I'm not getting any sound. I'm not getting any sound in my speakers now. I mean, I'm not even hearing it in my own ears. What is going on? Well, I got that. Let me see. Did I fix it? There we go. Yay. We have music. Great. All right. Excellent. That's better. So, yeah. It's always better to do art with music. So, I'll show you what you can do here. So, I put the little dots of the color palette here on the side, and you can technically use this skin color selector, right? And you can just use the eyedropper for each one. And so this is the middle range color, and we'll just pick, this middle color for that. And then this is the dark color, so we'll choose the dark color. Whoops, we've got to get the eyedropper and choose the dark color from that dot, and then choose the light color from here. That's the light color. And so you can use that, and then you can click the use color calibration button, but this is what you get. This is what your skin tone then looks like, which is not that good. I mean, it's darker, yes, but it doesn't look very nice. I mean, it doesn't, like, if you look at my avatar's face, here, let me zoom in on her face a bit so that you can kind of see, how her skin texture is. So this is an edited skin texture that I drew, in a program. And I edited all of the, like shadows, and I gave her features. And so just using this color calibration in VRoid Studio is not a great option. It's, it's an option, but it's not the best option. And it does not really produce the best looking face. So or even very realistic looking skin colors. I mean, that's not very realistic. So let's turn off color calibration, and I will import the texture. This is the one that I'm working on. This is not done, but you'll see the difference. So see the difference in how that skin color looks. I mean, that looks much better. It needs work, of course, but you know, just the warmth of the skin tone, and it's not just a flat look. So what I'm going to be doing here is I am working on this texture, and here it is in Clip Studio. I pulled it in here, and the first thing that I need to do, I could edit it in VRoid Studio, but VRoid Studio's native editor is shitty. It's terrible. It's just not good. So the first thing I want to do is I want to set up a symmetry ruler. So in Clip Studio, you click this little triangle where it says ruler, and you can choose symmetrical ruler. And what that will do is it will mirror whatever you do on one side of wherever you place the ruler on the other side of the image, so that you don't have to be precise trying to draw it. You can get it to look the same on both sides. So basically I'm just going to click on the central line of the guide, which I just have the guide there as a guide layer. I'm not actually going to draw on that layer. I'm only drawing on the layer below, and I'm setting the ruler on the layer below. So there's my symmetry ruler. It's in place. It's just this little faint purple line. I don't know if you can even see it. So now anything I do on one side of this will be mirrored on the other side. Exactly. So, and this is my skin color palette down here. So I'm using this set here, this dark set, and I can actually go down into this, you can use any of these. Each set is, a whole lot of colors. So we're going to work with that, and we're going to edit this face texture and try to provide a very nice option for people who want to make their avatar with dark skin, with, darker skin for, either if they're Indian, or if they are of African descent, or just, darker skinned person, or they just want to create a dark skinned avatar. We need more dark skinned avatars, because it's just like, it's like all of the avatars you see out there, all the VTubers, there's very few, there's very little diversity out there. So we're working on this. Let's see here. So the next thing I want to do, I'm just working on the darker parts of the shading right now, and I gotta get my mouse over to the right place here. And it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, this looks like kind of a horrific thing right now. It's like this weird skin mask. That's exactly what it is. It's a weird skin mask, actually. So let's work on this nose area a little bit first. And I want my airbrush. I use the airbrush because it gives the most kind of gentle. That's too light. I need a darker color. And that's not dark enough either. I'm using the darker dark. There we go. So I'll try to give them a kind of a realistic looking nose with a little bridge of a nose and everything. And I really like using this tablet because I get it. The pressure sensitivity, it's like it feels like drawing on paper to me. So what I do is I work on the texture a little bit, and then I will every once in a while I'll import it into VRoid Studio to test it on the model, because it's really hard to tell how it's gonna, yeah, the alien race from Star Trek Voyager, yes. Or, you know, the, what was it? I don't know. There was like a spin-off from the Doctor Who series. What the heck was it? It was John Barrowman. I can't remember now. But there was like a race of creatures that came to Earth that were basically just, you know, aliens in human skin suits. It was horrifying. So I'm just going to work on this a little bit and we'll pull it into VRoid and we'll test it to see how it looks. Try to make some really nice, you know, darker skin colored sets for people who want to make their avatar with a darker skin color. Try to blend this in so that that's a little too light. We'll just kind of darken this up here. And so I will also, you know, I'm putting up in my Etsy store that I'll do avatar creation for people. You know, I was looking at what people are selling on Etsy, and there's a lot of people who will sell you a VRoid model on Etsy. And for the most part, you know, I mean, there's some that are, you know, people have obviously spent some time doing custom models, but then there's a whole slew of them that are really just people using the base textures that come with the program and selling that to people. You know, like something that I could do in like 10 minutes, point and click. Today's your group's first step into Savage. Oh boy, well, good luck with that. Probably a lot of floor eating, probably. That's usually how it works in Savage raids. Well, I'm glad to have you here while you're here. I hope that you know, you have fun with your raids. I'm just going to work on this for a while today and do some art for stress relaxation and stress relief and whatever. This needs to be bigger. I need a bigger brush. That's too light. Is it too light? No, it's okay. Just gonna want to blend all this together. We'll see how it looks in a few minutes. We'll just kind of pull it in and give it a little test. Try to give it some additional kind of like interesting features to the skin rather than it just being flat. Let's see here. Where's my palette? There it is. I just wanted a little bit of very light bit for the top of the nose, so it's like it's kind of like a little bit of a reflection right there. And let me get a darker color to do the inside part. I'll take my darkest. Actually, I just want black for this, so I'm going to go back to the color wheel, pull up a black, and get a smaller brush to do the nostril area. Not everyone does this, but I kind of like to give a little bit of a nostril just because it makes the nose look a little bit more realistic. Your group is just meant to have fun, maybe troll the newcomers a bit with tank busters, or to see how fast your wife kills you. Oh no. Does your wife play with you? What's up, Sunny? Do you need to go out, my friend? She ran as Ninja last expansion and she swapped to Reaper. Oh, how does she like it? I haven't tried Reaper yet. All right, that looks okay. Let's just save this and pull it up in VRoid and see how it looks. See how we're progressing here. I think that nose looks a lot better. I'm gonna hide that layer. That looks okay. It almost like it has like shape and definition now just on a flat picture. She's not happy with Ninja's animation lock. Yeah, I understand. Dragoons have a similar problem, I think. They end up sweeping the floor a lot. Yes, let's save it like that. Alright, let's import that over this one and see how it looks. Oh, hey, look. That's starting to look a lot better. Still needs some work. But, you know, we're getting there. We're kind of getting there. I need to work on these eye sockets a bit. And I need to blend and smooth everything out a bit. But, you know, it's getting better. It looks okay. You know, there's some funkiness with like here. These colors need to be blended, and I also need to adjust the shaders, because this is not my drawing here. That's the shaders that come with VRoid, and I can actually turn those all off if I wanted to. But that's looking better. And I think I want where this light. I want the lightness to be a little lower, and that needs to be darker. All right, so let's go back and work on this a bit more. Let me turn my guide layer back on. So where I have put this this light bit is actually, this is where the eyebrows will be. So I don't really want it light there. I want it darker there, because that'll be a little bit of a shadow below the eyebrow area. And just kind of blend this in. I need a bigger brush. Gotta use a big brush for this so that everything is kind of even. I just want to blend it all out. I even like edit the ear textures so that there's some definition to the ears. So if someone has me make an avatar for them, I will, like, they will get a fully custom avatar. Every texture in their file will be edited and unique to their avatar, which is not what most people who make VRoid avatars for you will do. A lot of them just pull, you know, stock textures and never get into doing this kind of stuff. I don't blame them. This takes a lot of time. I don't know if you ever really get paid, you know, what your art is worth ever, but it's kind of want to smooth these cheeks out a bit. And I want to put a little bit of a highlight on them at the top part of the cheek to define where the cheekbone is. So let me get this lighter color. And I want this to be bigger. And I want to do it quite light. Just quite light, right there. That's where the cheeks are. Okay. And just kind of smooth out this part. little bit of lightness right in the middle of the forehead. I'm going to leave it darker up above that because that's where you will see that's where the hairline would be, and so you will naturally have a little bit of a shadow underneath where the hair lays on the forehead, and so I do have some shading up there in that area. I want to blend, but I don't want to use the blend tool. I want to kind of, let me get a smaller brush, and I'm going to zoom in here. I want to kind of smooth the edges of the eyebrow and nose texture area. So I'm going to kind of pull the second darkest, and I'm going to zoom in. So other things that have to get done when you do this is not only do you have to edit this texture file, but there are a number of auxiliary texture files that go along with your face skin. There's the eyelid, there's like an eyelid crease file that needs to be edited as well, and you know, lips and eyeliner, cheeks, because the cheeks, although I mean I could technically just draw everything onto this one layer, although I'm not sure how good that would look. Let me get that darker back up here again. Just kind of want to define the edge of the nose here a bit. There, and then let me get the lighter and go like right in there, and pull up a little bit of right there. I don't know if I like that. Get this dark back. Anime noses are difficult because they're not really necessarily defined very well. It's kind of the thing, you know, it's the aesthetic. And so this is like, I'm making something that's kind of like a hybrid between an anime character and a more realistic looking character. That'll be okay, I think. Now I want to get a darker, I want to get this black, and I'm going to do a little bit of eyelining. I'm going to do it right on the face skin texture because you can't really do it on the eye. The part that they call the eyeliner file doesn't actually color this part. I don't like that. I need to have a less, I want it to have a more defined brush for this part. Let me get the Millie pen. Smaller. So I'm just gonna do right along the inner edge here. I'm gonna add a little extra eyeliner. We'll see how that looks. There. Because it doesn't really show up. All right, so let's save that and pull it up again. So we'll, oh, whoops, wait, I have to turn off this layer first. That looks weird, I know. Let's just save and we'll see. We'll see. If I don't like it, I'll just undo it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see how it looks. Import that. Yeah, see, it looks weird on there, but all it just gives you this little bit of inner rim eyelid. And you can see this is the eyebrow texture that, or the eyelid texture that needs to be changed. That looks much better. I like that actually. I'm pretty pleased with that. This little line is actually from the nose texture layer. Your friend puts a lot into her art and has a backlog of commissions. You have another friend who's afraid to get started. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to put textures up for sale on Etsy, and that way, you know, the file is there and people can just download it and buy it if they want to. Let me move this thing so that so that I can see the chat better. There we go. I want to be able to see the chat. It's hard for me to see it over where it was. There we go. Now it's right in front of me. All right. So let's just take a look here at some of these other things. We'll go to the nose. So this is your nose. I wonder if using color calibration will work for that. No, look at just get a little white line. I don't like that. Let's choose a dark color and a light color and see if that changes anything. We might be able to just use color calibration for this, but I don't like to do that because actually I want to be able to give someone a full set of texture files that are unified. But we'll just see how it looks. We'll see how it looks because I could give them directions on how to do this if I wanted to. Let's find, where's that mid-tone? That's the mid-tone right there. And the light color is this. And so that's a little better, I guess. I don't know. I could actually just turn off the nose contour altogether. You know, I mean, I can just click that, turn it off, and it's off now. And so you don't have the little dot on the nose, you just have your own nose. And you can do the same with the eyelids because I've actually drawn in an eyelid crease, so I don't really need that. And there's the mouth. And what we will do is we will actually we'll export the guide for the mouth texture. This is lips. Oh no, wait, no, this isn't lips, this is mouth. This is just the mouth. I think the lips are separate. Yep, lips are down here. Wait, is it? Oh no, that's the one. Whoa. Let's see. Whoa, let's see. Yeah, they just have a little line there. Okay, so that is where your mouth goes. It's just, you know, basically you draw lips around it. So let's export that and we'll just call it lips. And we'll give her some lips. And let's do a few things here. We can edit her eyeliner. We can give her a different eyeliner style and give her darker eyeliner because it's just not dark enough. So let's do a little editing on this girl. Let's give her darker eyes. I want them, you know, I want them to be along the brown spectrum but dark. Oh, I don't want to use color calibration either. We'll turn that off. We want to use this color. Oh, why is it not working? Oh, I know why. We don't want to be editing the texture right now. We just want to overwrite those. All right. All right, so let's go to her eyes and we'll change the color of her irises. We'll choose one. Which do we want? Let's do that, and let's make this a very dark brown, and we'll go more warm towards the red and make them very dark brown like that. I like that. I think that looks nice. Now let's choose some highlights. Which highlights do we want? I like those. That one looks pretty good. So we'll choose that. And let's choose the squares that are not all white. We'll go with that. That one's fine. Let's beef up her eyebrows and make them darker too, so that everything kind of unifies with her face. And I will also be doing the body skin texture as well. So we want a little bit heavier eyebrow. I think that looks good. Those are good. So let's give her a little tilt. And pull them down a little bit. You can also edit these eyebrow textures, and I want to make them a little thicker, a little longer. There. I like those. Let's see here. Wait, let's pull those back up a bit. We'll pull those back up a little. Nope, 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 not that one. This one. Pull them up. There. I mean, we could give her different colored eyes. She could totally have other color eyes too if we wanted to, but I kind of like that. Let's choose some eyeliner. She had very minimalist eyeliner on. Oh, I know why it's not the minimalist. It's not showing up because it's too light to. It doesn't show up against her skin tone, so we have to make the eyeliner much darker. Just take it down to black, and then choose. Ooh, her face looks good. That looks nice. Really, I'm happy with that skin tone. I think I'm just gonna leave that skin file, the texture file, as is. At this point, it looks pretty good. Her ears have some definition. She has some nice shadows on her forehead. She has a little lightness on the tip of her chin. She has a nose. Let's just pick some other parameters for her. We can play with her face shape and stuff too a bit if we want to. I like that one. I like the heavier eyeliner, but not lots of eyelashes, you know? I think it looks better. All right. So that looks pretty good. We'll give her a custom hairstyle too. She can have a curly hairstyle instead of one of the stock hairstyles, which are not. Let's choose some eyelashes. Do we want any eyelashes? No, they're not dark enough. What the heck? Let's give her some nice dark eyelashes. Warm spectrum. There we go. We want those. No. Like that. One of the problems is going to be the cheeks. We're going to have to edit that cheek file too because they are kind of weird. I think that they're not going to work with her skin tone. You don't even see it. There's no difference. No, very little difference. Oh, I guess we can change the color. So we can change the color of it. And we can take it over here to the red. There we go. She can still have rosy cheeks. We'll go with that color and let's check out the different options. I'll probably edit these individually later, but there we go. That looks pretty good. Let's make that a little bit lighter. There. I think she's looking kind of cool. Looks good. Let's do lips. I was gonna, oh yeah, I pulled up the lips. I gotta pull the lips open in Clip Studio. Okay, so I'm just gonna save that. It's already been saved. All right, let's open up the lip file. Okay, so this is the guide for the lips, and I'm not going to do anything. I don't like to do like super crazy with the lips. I do really minimalist lips. So we'll take this darker color and we will pull up the color wheel and we'll get a little bit redder, like that. And we're just gonna not use the Milli pen. We'll just use the airbrush and we'll just do, you know, a very light lip line underneath. Like so, and then a little on the top. I should have done the mirror, but I don't really, it's hard to tell where the center of this is because there's no guide. So we're just gonna do a real minimalist lip style and we'll pull up another color here on the, for the light. We'll go with this light and get a smaller brush. Not that small. We'll just kind of pull a little light bit in the middle and then we want it dark. That. And just kind of do a little darker in the center. And on the sides and a little bit underneath there. Like that. And we'll give it a little highlight right in the center. We'll go like with this, right in the center, just a little highlight there and a little highlight underneath and like right there in the center. All right, so that'll be the lips. Hi, Sunny. Oh, so let's save as. There we go. Alrighty, so let's import those and see how they look. So here's our lips. We're going to go to custom and we're going to add a new item. We're going to edit texture. And now we're just going to import those lips that we just drew. And there they are, and we'll see how they look. I think the light bits are a little too light, and the dark bits are not quite dark enough. And her mouth is just not right. It's not dark enough. Something is wrong there. We need to fix that as well. This we can just do with the editor. Here we will pull up a color, the dark color, and give her something. She just doesn't have any texture. I'm just gonna give her a dark line for the mouth, and that'll be a little better. Not dark enough. Not dark enough. Needs to be darker and redder. So we'll pull it, the slider down. I'm going to turn the opacity down a bit too. And use the soft brush. And we'll just kind of, whoops, pull it across. Let's see. Well, that looks a bit better. I need to tone down the glow on the lips. There, it's a little too bright. All right, so we'll pull that back up and let's soften that out. I'm going to go with this middle color and I'll add noise. No, not that. No, we'll just use the soft brush and kind of blend that light down a bit. And let's make this bottom lip just a little bit bigger. Because it's a little too narrow. And then we'll kind of tone down that a bit. And that a little more dark in the middle. This is not my strong suit. I'm not that great at the lips yet. I'm working on it. I think that looks a bit better. All right, let's see how that works. Save. And go back to VRoid and import it and see how it looks. That's mouth. We want lips. Here we are. Let's pull that in again. That looks better. A bit better. That mouth still looks strange. I think it's because we're just seeing her teeth. And I need to change some of the sliders. Maybe I should make the mouth just a bit darker. Let me see here. Let me look at her mouth insides. Let me just save these all first. Save as a new item. There we go. So, well, we've made quite a lot of progress so far. I mean, I think that looks way better than what you get with your color calibration. If you're trying to just use the color selector to do a dark skin tone with VRoid, it's not going to work out very well. It's not going to look nearly as good as if you just go in and edit that texture file yourself. So you can get a really, nice, pretty complexion with some nicely defined facial features. You can get an actual nose. You can get some lips. Let me see what some of my other lips look like on here. No, too pink. That's too weird. Oh my god, that's way too light. Nah. I'm just gonna go with the ones that I drew for now. Let's see. So I think she looks pretty good. Let's take a look at some of her expressions. Oh, there we go. So with the editor, for whatever reason, it's like her mouth is like hanging open. And so you're seeing her teeth through it. But I think that looks pretty good. When her mouth is closed, those lips look all right. All right, so let's see. Smiling, sad, angry, happy, surprised. Those don't look bad. Okay, so I want to actually look at the mouth inside. Let's take a look at our options here. We can actually edit that. Let's edit that texture. We'll make it a bit darker. I don't really like the ones that they have. I want it to be more red. And I am going to just, I'm going to add a layer. And I'm just going to color on the layer. I believe those are the teeth there. I don't want to color those. So I'm going to color it. I'm going to make it a darker red. I'm going to color the inner parts of her mouth. I don't know that color calibration is going to make a difference now. So So we'll do this. Pretty sure that's the inside of the mouth there. And this is the tongue. Yeah, there's her tongue. And what we'll do is we'll just add this. The editing mode will be darken, I think. Not multiply, that's too dark. Color burn, and we can make the opacity a little less. No, not color burn. I think not that. We'll just see which one looks the best. That doesn't have any definition. Overlay. I don't know. Which one do I like best? I think, let's look at. We'll do that and then lower the opacity. There. Maybe a bit lighter. Maybe a bit lighter color. Let's try again. We'll take it up here and go a little bit more to this. And I'll pull it over here. Yeah. We can keep trying until we get one we like. That looks good with her skin color. It's not... Maybe I want the tongue to be a little redder. I want it to have some variation in color. Let's pull that over there and just have, like, you know, the back part of the tongue be a little bit redder than the front part. Like this part. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go with that for now. There, I like that. Let's close her mouth though. We'll save the mouth insides as a new item. And so let's close her mouth. Neutral. All right. So that's not a bad face. Might work on the texture just a little bit more, but that looks way better than what you get. We can edit some of the parameters on it too, because we have not done that at all. It's like this was just the basic stock face that you get. So we can like edit her eye size a little bit. Can change the position. Kind of pull them in a little bit. You love your sticks and stones. You throw them my way to make we can make her outer eye slant a little bit more. Straighten that eyelid a bit. That looks nice. Let's take a look at her eyebrows. There we go. Let's see her nose size. We can adjust that from the side. Let's see. I don't want it to be quite so long. That. Make it a little wider. Oh, that looks better. There we go. Let's take a look at her nose tip position. We can pull it up or we can push it down. Kind of like it up a little bit more, a little smaller. There, that looks pretty good. And let's look at her nose bridge. She doesn't really have a nose bridge. We can make the nose bridge a little bit wider if we want. There. A little bit wider. That looks better. Let's see, the nose bridge curve. That makes it like suck in instead of going out. There's like nose base prominence. There, pull it up a little. Alright, so there's that. Let's take a look at her mouth. We can make her mouth a little wider. I think that looks better. I tend to like a wider mouth. Anime characters have very, very narrow mouths. We can move her mouth up or down a bit. I kind of like it where it is there. Mouth corners, we can make them a little bit more smiley. There we go. I'm not going to mess with the Z. We can make her lips a little thicker if we like. We can thicken the upper lip and we can thicken the lower lip a bit. There we go. Which I think looks way better. I mean, it's just a very slight change, but that definitely looks better. So now we can mess with her teeth too. We could give her vampire teeth. We could hide her teeth, but I'm not going to mess with them. I think that, you know, the teeth are fine. I'm not going to change her teeth. You can give your character shark teeth if you want shark teeth. Let's change her ears. So let's work on her ears here. We can make her ears a little smaller. We can kind of, she could be an elf. She could be a, you know, a dark-skinned elf if we wanted. Let's see. I think that face looks really nice. I mean, that's pretty. So let's give her, check her chin. We can make her chin a little bit rounder if we want. Just slightly. We'll slightly round that chin. We could also make it a little bit longer and then round it a bit more too. That looks good. We can make it a little wider to make more use of that face texture that I gave her. Boy, that looks pretty. What a pretty face. Alright, I think I'm going to just leave that face as is. I'm happy with that. I think that looks very nice. That is a far cry from the from the base VRoid VRoid thing that you get. I think that actually I can do more with the ears on the skin texture spot here. Okay, here we go. Let's see. We'll make them a little smaller. Here's the ear tip, goes up there. There. I like her. I'm going to have to edit her body skin as well. Pretty girl. Let's see. What's next? Hair. There are no appropriate hairstyles. We can choose one of the stock hairstyles and play with it a bit though. So let's do this and let's change the base color. I will give her an actual hairstyle. You know, a custom hairstyle. I have a bunch of them. And I'll make a new one for her. But there's some things that we can do with the stock hairstyle. So let's we'll edit the hairstyle. And what we can do is we can add twists to her hair. Let's see. I think that we can add twists to the hairs. Oh, we have to do it individually. So we can twist each hair a little bit so that it looks curly. We can like change where the twist is in the hair. We can also change the cross section of the hair so that the twist is more noticeable. Oh, and that's not going to work because that hair will just like, it's like burrowing into her head there. Let's change the twist placement. Maybe that'll make a difference. No, it's just that hair. I have to I have to pull the mesh out from her head. Turn off the mirror. Pull it out a little bit. And pull it up a little bit here, a little bit here. Anyways, that's what you can add twist to the hair. You can give them twisty hairstyles. This hairstyle isn't the best one to use for that. Let's just, we'll save that. We'll change it up. Let's just see here. Let's just choose we'll choose one of the presets, the front. Which one? Let's just go with that. No. That one. We'll just choose a hairstyle for now. Temporary hairstyle. We can change this color a little bit. Let's see. Give her some really dark red hair if we wanted to. Just a really dark brown. There we go. Change the highlight color a bit. There. Pretty. I think that looks pretty good. I do like it. We'll play with the hair. Let's look at her base hair. Okay, it's dark. It's dark. All right, so let's take a look at this body texture because, we got to make it match now. We got to make her body match her face, which I think her face looks good though. I really, really like that. I really like this face. I'm pleased with that. All right, so I'm going to take a few minutes break and take my meds. I haven't taken my meds yet, which I really ought to do. And then we'll edit the body texture for a little bit. I will be right back. All right, I am back. So far that's what we've got. We've got this nice face worked out. We'll have to work out a hairstyle later. But I think that looks pretty good. The skin color looks nice. It looks way nicer than what you get from the sliders. We can take a look at her in the camera too to see what we think of, you know, because you can look at it with some like post-processing effects and stuff too to see how it would look with her eyes working and everything. Let's take a look. Let's get this up closer. We're just going to look at her face because it's the only thing that we've done any work on so far. So there's her blink. Let's check it out with the little bloom on. Looks pretty good. Oh, I think that the dog is at the door. One sec. I hear her knocking. She's cold enough. She wants to come in. Oh no! Get in here. It's so chilly out. Welcome back, Banana. All right. So yeah, that face looks pretty nice. Let's see what she does with some of these other things. So you can see her body is the color, like the way her skin texture on her body looks as opposed to the face. Now I use the exact same color palette on her body, but that is just the color selector that is built into VRoid. That's what you get, as opposed to what you get with, you know, customizing the texture yourself, drawing the texture onto the template. You don't get any facial expressions with these animations and poses. You'd have to like set that yourself. Whoops. There she is, damaged, falling down on the ground. You know, even with the one that whoa, where is she? She's sideways here. Here we go. This one's supposed to be, she's laughing, but gosh, where is she? Oh, she's on the ground. Laughing. Oh my goodness, super delicious. Why is her arm clipping through the t-shirt? There are some problems. But oh, here, this is a good example. Here, you can really see the difference. So this is, the arm is the VRoid color selectors. That's what you get with the same color, the exact color palette that I used on her face. You can see the difference. I'll just pause it so she's not moving. See, it's, you know, not nearly as nice. Anyways, looks good so far. So let's work on the body texture a bit. So here we have, this is the body texture that we're going to be working on. And there might be a way. Let's see if we use the drawing mode. Oh no, because it's just one level. It's just one layer. All right, so we've already got our texture file exported, and I'm not going to use this one here. I've got one that I'm going to pull up in Clip Studio. So there's our lips. We're just going to save that. It's already saved, so we're going to close that. Let's close that. Close the face guide. There's our face texture. And let's open skin. There's our dark skin texture. Do I have a skin guide? I do. I have a skin guide. Okay, so there is our base. And I'm going to also open up the guide, and we're just going to add it as another layer. And that's our guide. So there's our guide. And we're just going to copy it and paste it into that. We'll just paste it into that, and that's our layer. And we're going to pull it below. No, we want it up above. But we're going to just edit. We're just going to, this is going to be our editing layer. All right. So this is going to take a bit more work than the face because it's a lot more, it's bigger. There's way more. So this is our weird skin guide. I'm just going to start with, you know, I like to use the Milli pen to fill things in because it doesn't have like a layering effect. If you go over your line, it doesn't darken the spot where you've crossed twice with a lot of the other pens do. So the Milli pen is a good choice for filling in things. We need a bigger brush, a much bigger brush. We'll go with like 70 or 80. And we're just gonna start coloring in. Don't have to be too precise because we're basically going to cover the entire thing with this color. So we're just going to do this as our base color. This is the middle tone. Some people like to start with their dark color first, you know, and it's I learned to do art with painting, you know, with acrylics and with oil paints, mostly oils. And with that, you would start, you know, traditionally you start with your dark color. But I like to start with my digital art. I like to start with the middle because then we can always adjust up or down from there. It's not too hard. Oh yeah, and we can also paint nails and stuff here. I believe this is her leg. This is like the kneecaps. So we can give her like some texture on her kneecaps. We can like totally customize this body. Oh, and I should, after I do this, I'll turn on the symmetry. My symmetry ruler. Before I start, I gotta remember to do that. because what a pain to have to do it twice, to do everything twice. Why do it twice when you can do it once? I believe this is the back of the skull here. That's the back of the head. And that's your feet. There's your little feet. That's the bottoms of your feet, and this is the tops of your feet and your ankles. We could go so far as to, you know, give each toe a little detail if we wanted to. These are your fingers. All right. All right. There we go. And let's set our symmetry ruler before we do any more. So let's see. There's the center line of the body is right there, so it's really easy to click on that. We're going to just, you know, zoom in a bit and we will click it right there. Perfect. There we go. Alright, so go back to that Millie pen and we're going to do the nails. Let's give her fingernails some pretty color. Let's give her like a purpley nail. Like a magenta. Bright. We'll give her nails some pretty color. This is too big of a brush though. I'll go down a size there. There we go. We've painted all the nails. Super easy. Oh, look, that... I missed a spot on her fingers. We'll fix that. Alright. So that looks alright. Oops, there's a little spot I missed on the fingers there. Okay. So let's start up here. Here we're going to just zoom in a bit here for this part of the body. We'll start up here with her arms and trying to remember what this little bit here is. I think that might be under the chin or something. I would have to put a mark on it. Some of these parts are just difficult to figure out. I can't remember. Alright, so let's see. We are going to get our airbrush tool and we're going to pick the darker skin tone and get a relatively large brush. A little bigger than that. Use a bigger brush. That's big enough, I think. And we'll just start adding a little shading to places where you would expect there to be shadow. You know, under the arm. It's the underside of the arm. It's the underside of the breasts. Yes, I said breasts. This is the hollow of the neck. I believe this is the collarbone area. I'm not sure. I'm just going to add a little. We'll see. We'll figure out what that is. So we just have this little bit of shading going on in here. This is at the base of the chin, underneath the neck. This is just a very, very basic. We'll give her a little cleavage. Why not? Boobs have cleavage. They do. It's the reality. The edges, I always try to darken the edges where things might meet a little bit. We have a little place where we'd have a little muscle definition. And there's also an elbow. This is, I believe, the wrist. I think that's the elbow right there. And this is the wrist. And this is like around the pubic area, like her thigh, where her thigh and her legs meet right there. This is the ankle bone right there. This is the bottom of the feet. That's where the arch of the foot is. This is the knee. That's the kneecap. This is just a very basic blocking in, just so that we can kind of get an idea of where the shadows should be. So we can do this, and then we can open it in the main editor, in the VRoid, and we can kind of look, and we can add some reference marks where we want to for things. And this is where the belly button would be, the center of the abdomen. I think, I'm pretty sure, or it might be up here actually. It might be a little higher. We'll mark that. So let's just save this. File save as, and we are gonna save it as dark skin 1. That's fine. All right. Oh wait, I want to save it without the guide showing, because that just messes things up. Yes. And it's going to look really weird. That is really weird, that file. See, this is weird. What is this? It's like some kind of monster skin. All right, let's go take a look at it in VRoid. We'll import that. So it's already an improvement. So we'll just put some reference lines on things. We'll mark where her calves are. I mean, it looks weird, but it's an improvement over the base, over what you can get from the sliders. So I'm going to save that as a new item, and I'm going to take her clothes off. You know, don't be distressed. I'm just going to take her clothes off because I want to be able to see this. I want to be able to see this, her skin. So I'm going to take everything off. So we'll take off the t-shirt. And we'll take off the shorts. Sorry, girl. And the inner top. We're going to edit that texture, and we're just going to turn it off for now. I might have to edit her skin mask. If I turn this off. Nope, there we go. Okay, that's fine. So do that, and we'll turn off the visibility of the inner bottom as well, so that we can just see her skin texture. I've just blocked out, you know, where some of the darker parts will be, and I can continue to work on that. So this is a reference that we're going to use. Let's add some marks. We'll go back to that skin. We're just going to save this. Whoa, where's my mouse? Get over here. There we go. So that. Alright. Alright, saved as a new item. There we go. Okay. So let's go back to that body. There we are. And this is, we're going to edit this texture. All right, so let's add some reference marks here. And what we'll do is, to do this, you can mark directly on your avatar's model. I recommend it. It's the easiest way. Just turn on world editing and get a color that will contrast with your skin tone. So I'm going to choose something light. I'm just going to choose like this really light pink, and use the regular brush, and I'm just going to put some marks on her body where this is where her navel should be. I'm going to give her a belly button. And the kneecaps are right. I want to figure out what this item is here. Let's see, where does that show up when I put that mark on? Oh, look, I forgot to turn her shoes off. Oh, it's her hand. That's the top of her hand. Okay, that's what that is. We'll fix that. All right. So that's her. How did I get that mark on her waist? I don't know. I didn't mark her waist. But there's a mark there. All right, let's see here. So the knees are fine. Let's put a mark where the bottoms of her calf are. So this is the bottom of her calf muscle right there. Let me turn on mirror. So that's calves. And this is bottom of buttocks, kind of. I mean, basically, here is, that's the arch of her, the top of her butt will be there. And elbows are marked okay. We got that. We'll fix the hands. I don't want them to be dark like that. All right, so we've got some reference marks on here. I think that this is, you know, this is her hip bone would be, you know, here. That's the hip bone area. Okay. So this is the inner part of her arm too. That's her inner arm. That's where it starts. All right, so let's export this and just save it. Yes, we want to replace it, and then we'll reopen it in Clip Studio. So we're just gonna close this one and we'll open it again. And we'll just add that skin guide back. All right, so there's our guide. And we've got some reference marks on it, which will be helpful. All right. So now we can do some more detailed work on this. First thing I want to do is I want to fix the top of the hands. So I'm going to pull up my color palette. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to grab my airbrush. I'm just going to color. Oops, wrong layer. Shoot. I got to make sure I have the right layer selected. That would help. Because we're not drawing on that guide layer. We're only drawing on the lower layer. There we go. I don't want this darkness there. I will, you know, this is where the fingers meet. I'll just kind of give her a little bit of darkness where the knuckles would be. Because that would be normal and natural to have a little bit of darkness. This is the knuckles of the hand. Oh, wait a minute. We need something. We need our symmetry ruler turned back on. There. So that we don't have to do things twice, right? Why do things twice when you can do it once? There's your knuckle, and this is like the base of the thumb. Get a little bit of shadow in there. This is like right at the wrist. We'll do that there. That's also the thumb. All right. So we just got a little bit of shadow in there. Oh, what happened with my web captioner? There we go. All right, so let's start blending out some of these areas. We want to get a little bit more Definition to the base of the throat area here. Start pulling up some other colors and working them in. A little midpoint dark. And
I want to get down to the simplest possible nitty-gritty.
And we'll go and get the next color, lighter. We'll have a really nice body texture in the end when we finish this. It'll be quite pretty. Add some highlighter areas, a little bit lighter. Add a little bit light. We'll go with the really light. I just want to be very, very gentle with this. Just a little bit of lightest right up there. Top where that's like, you know, where your cleavage would be. I'll add a little lightness to this part of the collarbone area. And here. So. Want this pen smaller. There's that. And let's see here. Grab a dark again. And just kind of darkness there. I know it's a boob. They're boobs, but they're cartoon boobs. They're not real. Hopefully people don't get offended by cartoon boobs on a skin mask. I mean, I'm sure somebody would, but basically trying to like sculpt in 2D here to create a realistic looking body. Let's see. This is the curve of the thigh right there. And I'll clean up this texture file a bit. You know, if I'm going to sell it, I want it to look nice. So even though I don't really have to, that it doesn't really matter that much if, you know, like if the texture file looks weird, like if it looks like, you know, like this, when you import it, it looks the same on a model as if I clean it up around the edges, you know, like using the guide. But I'll clean it up so that it, you know, it looks nicer for people who purchase it. You have to go. Well, thanks for hanging out. Have a good rest of your day and good luck with your foray into savage raids. I hope that it goes well for you. Good luck. Let me know. Let me know how it goes. I'd be interested. Oops, I want that darker. Oh no, I was editing on the wrong layer again. Let's fix that. Okay. Back we go to the right layer. There we go. So let's get rid of those marks. We'll get rid of these marks. That's that's butt. That's her butt crack. We'll make a little darker there, like along the hip, and just right there. That's where the butt crack is. We'll blend that in a bit. This is your buttock. I believe that we get buttock over here too. Well, we'll see. I think it's this right there. So let's see. Probably a ton of Twitch clips. Excellent. Well, if you're streaming, I'll follow. I'll watch. I'll like lurk your channel while I do this. So, did I not follow your channel yet? That's not very nice of me. Gosh, where is my mouse? There it is. I'm gonna follow your channel. There. Following your channel. Good luck. I'll watch. I'll put it up on the other screen. Everyone should have a belly button. It proves you're real. It's just an avatar. She's not real. But look, she has a navel. Cover up that reference mark. That's the inner arm, so we'll give it a little bit of a shadow in there. Right, that looks pretty good. Let's work on these ankle bones. Let's get a bigger brush here so we can fix this. So. Ankle bones. A little lightness on the part of the bone where it would be reflective, where the skin would be reflective. The problem with trying to use the sliders to do your skin textures for any color, but especially for darker skin tones, is that it does not take into account that, dark skin is maybe even a little bit more reflective than light skin. And so you would actually get maybe slightly more in like light points on your skin where the light interacts than you would with a pale skin tone. Where with a really light skin, you wouldn't notice that reflection so much because the skin is so light. But with darker skin, you kind of have to take that into account and account for that. So I'm trying to add just a little bit of, lighter points where, the tip of a bone might be, because that's where the light would naturally reflect more. We'll have to look at it in VRoid Studio to refine it a bit. We'll actually take a look at it here in a few minutes. So I'm going to do a little bit more work on the elbows. Get this elbow cleaned up a bit. And this inner arm, this is the inner arm. The crease at your elbow on the inner part. That's what this right here is. So elbow, you'd have like the tip of the bone, probably around right there. Oh, hey, Snurd. I know. It's not a real house. That's a Final Fantasy house. That's my Final Fantasy. That's the old room that I had in my free company room. That was my old bedroom that I made. It looks like a real room, though, doesn't it? Sneaky. Sneaky of me. So I am a cartoon girl in a cartoon room drawing a cartoon person on a really weird, skin mask thing. We'll see how it looks in a minute. We'll import it into VRoid Studio and test it against our face that we did earlier. So you can see what I'm doing. That's not a butt. That's not a butt. Living in a cartoon butt's bot. Yes, butt's butt. I'm just a cartoon butt living in a cartoon world. That's hilarious. All right. Let's see. What I want to do the knees a bit. We'll do a little editing on the knees. That's butt spot for you. That's what you get. You get what you pay for with the butt spot. So that was my calf marker. Okay. So I'm going to get a different color here. I want the darker one, and I just want to give her a little bit of a shadow at the base of the calf so that she looks like she has a calf muscle. So you don't get any body definition with VRoid standard. It's just a very basic skin mask. So we're just going to give it a little bit, just a little, and then we'll, kind of clean up these knees a little bit because they looked a bit dirty. Just kind of looked like she had dirty knees, but they're able to make it a little lighter, and we'll give a little bit of a reflection where the kneecap would be. Give a little shadow in the crease up here where the thigh meets the leg. So that we have some thigh definition. And back here, that's the butt crack, the bottom of the butt crack. This is the fold of the knee in the back. We'll give it a little bit of darkness right there. Let's see. All right, let's save this and take a look. Let's just check it to see how it looks. It looks really weird right now. I'm going to turn off that. It looks really weird when I do that. That is some strange looking stuff. I'll clean that up later. Save. Yes, we want to save, and we'll pull it into VRoid and we'll check it out. We'll see where we need to make some edits. It's looking a bit better. It's looking a bit better. Someone made a skin like this for you, but it was for a wrestling video game. Oh. I need to tone down some of the stuff, but the placement of stuff is right. I need to tone down the shading, blend it out a bit. And I need to fix this. I need to mark. I'm going to mark on the leg where I need to blend in the shadow for the thigh. This is where this thigh, so it's like right here to here. That needs to be blended in with the above part. All right, so let's export that. And we'll save it one more time. And all right, so we'll just reopen. We'll open that again. Where is it? Wait, that's our face. Skin guide. It did not do. So we want to close this and open a new one. Open. Says me. There we go. We just have to add all of our layers and our rulers back in again. That's the only problem here. Actually, I think I can just paste because I've got it. It's already on the clipboard. Yep, there we go. Yeah, all of the shadows are pretty extreme right now. I wanted to get them in the right place, and now I'm going to kind of blend them out and smooth them so that they're not extreme. Kind of just tone them down. I just wanted to make sure they were in the right place. This is a problem right here. This is the top of her thigh. I need to blend it with that. So let me pull up my skin color palette here. I started with the most challenging one, which is the darkest shade that I have, the darkest skin color palette that I have at the moment. But it looks so much better than what you get in VRoid when you just use the color selector. So we're just going to use the airbrush and just kind of tone all of the shadows down a bit. Tone all of the shadows down a bit. so that nothing is quite so extreme. Just kind of blend them, you know, out a bit. Oh no, I did it again. I'm on the wrong layer. Let me paste a new layer and I'll just delete the one that's messed up, the one that I drew on. There. I have to make sure I'm drawing on the correct layer here. I'm gonna lurk, he says, but refuses just shut up and lurk. That's fine. You can do whatever you want, Snurd. I'm just drawing. I'm just drawing this morning. Promoting my avatar creation business. Basically. Oh, I need to put up my symmetry ruler again, so that I don't have to do things two times. There we go. No, that's not where I want it. I want it here. There we go. All right. We'll blend out this belly button shadow. It doesn't need to be as dark up at the top. I mean, I could give her some body jewelry if I wanted to, and that's something that I can absolutely do if people want it on their avatars. You can always have some body jewelry, you can have piercings, you can have whatever you want. Alright, that looks better. This is a bit too dark too. I want to kind of tone this down. There, and a little bit underneath too. I'm going to go to the second level, blend it out. I think this is where that would be where it would end, right there. Tone down this crease here a little bit. Also this shadow. I want it there. I'll add a little light bit right there. Alright. A little bit right there where there would be that bone in the center of the chest. A little lighter up at the top of the breasts there. A little lightness on the tips of the knuckles on her hand. I need a smaller brush for that though, much smaller. You know, just give a little bit of light on the knuckles. A little lightness up at the top of the navel. That might be a little too light. Let's blend that down a bit. There we go. That's more what I had in mind. So that kind of looks like a navel now. Which before it really didn't. Let's blend out the ankle bones a bit. They're a little too. Shadow's a little too intense there. You really only want the shadow to be intense right at the the very bottom.
Now, I want to get down to the simplest possible nitty-gritty.
Alright, so I'm probably going to have to do a little work like on the actual model itself on this part, just because, but I want to cover that over with base color. So this is where I need the shadow to meet with the upper thigh. It's this area right here. Might have to blend a little bit on the actual model just because it's really hard to make everything meet up perfectly when you're just working on the guide. So that should be good, and we'll do a little bit more back here because I think this is where the bottom of the butt cheek is right there. Just kind of blend that down towards the thigh. I think that kneecap is okay. I might tone it down a little bit. Blend it out on the side here a bit. There, and a little bit more down here. There, that looks good. We'll add a little bit of this there. I can give the fingers some shading also. If I feel like it, which I might just do it for why not? Why not? You know, if people want to buy these textures from me, I'll make them really nice. Make your fingers even have some shading, you know, so your fingers look realistic. That's like the base of the nail right there. We'll add a little darkness where the base of the fingernail is. This is the back side of the finger. That might be the crease. This is where the crease of the finger is, and this is the base of the fingernail. That's the moon. I can even give the fingernails a little bit of a moon so that they look more realistic. Give a little bit of color in some of these creases so that the fingers look more realistic. We can give some shadow and definition on the toes too. Why not? This is where the toes meet. You know, there would be a little shadow in between them. I need to edit this playlist. It's very repetitive. All right, so let's take a look at this. I think that's pretty good. This elbows. Oh, hold on one moment. Mother-in-law calling. All right, so let's check it out. Let's see how it looks. We have to import it back into VRoid again to really get a good idea. Oh, it looks so weird. It won't look like that when I get it done for sale. It'll look more like the skin guide. I will clean up all the excess. Whoa, where did my mouse go? There it is. Let's save it. We're gonna save it, and yes, and we'll pull it into VRoid and we'll see how she looks. See if we fixed some of the problems. Oh, those thighs are just not right. I'm gonna have to do them on That's just not okay. I'm gonna have to fix that. But the rest of it looks pretty good. Like her chest looks good. Chest area looks good. I might have to, I'm gonna put a little mark right here. This is where her collarbone ends, so I want there to be a little brightness right there. So put a mark there. And I'm gonna tone down the shadow on her shoulders. Alright, so we'll re-export with that reference mark on it, and we'll open it up again. Let's just, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna open it there and edit, paste. There we go. So we have the skin guide twice here. We can just delete one of them. Whoops, I just have to click this. There we go. Yes, I want to delete that layer. It's fine. That one has a ruler already on it. Is this the one with the mark? No. That's the face. It didn't do what I wanted it to do. Anyways, I know what I need to do here. All right. So we're getting there. It's looking so much better. It's looking so much better. And it looks ever so much better than the stock your stock skin texture that you get with VRoid. So let's get back to our palette. This is our skin color palette. This is a very nice skin color palette that I got. It's free. It's one of Clip Studio's free skin color palettes that you can get. I'm just going to kind of pull this, blend this down a little bit. I just want the barest bit of shadow in the center there. All right. So we're making a lot of progress here. I'm just going to get rid of that. We don't need it. No one's ever going to see this part of the body, but you know, maybe I'm being picky because I say no one will see this part of the body, but you know, some people will. The owner will see it. I'm just going to add a little tip of brightness. I want the smaller brush than that. Right where that collarbone, this is your collarbone right there. The collarbone guide, it's like right here. So we'll just put a little bit of lighter bit right there. A little tiny bit of glossiness right on the top of the breast there. Oh yeah, and I wanted to get rid of the shadow at the top of the shoulder. So I'm going to go to my mid-range tone there, get a bigger brush, and blend that out. There. I might actually leave a little bit of shadow on the armpit area because it will actually meet up with just this one. Just like right here, a little bit darker because it'll meet up with this bit right here. This is the underarm area. That's the back of the skull at the base of the hairline. I think her belly button looks good. Of all the things to look good, the belly button looks good. Oh look, my thingy, the web captioner is kind of wonky. Let me fix that. I can't figure out where that is. Where's my closed captions? There it is. Why did part of the web captions cut off? There we go. Oh, that's much better. Now you can actually read the web captions. There we go. Better. All right. Let's try again. Let's see how it looks. We will go here. We're gonna save as dark skin 1. Whoops, wait, no. We have to turn off that guide. First, save. Dark skin 1, save it. Yes, we want to overwrite. Yep. And so let's take a look at it in VRoid. We'll re-import. Well, that's looking better. We might actually be able to do some of what we want to do here just in the native editor at this point. So like I might just do this here. I don't know. Do I want to do it in here? No, I'm going to do it in... We're going to do one more pass in Clip Studio. We're going to fix this. Turn the guide back on. I just don't like the shadows in the pubic bone area. It's too much shadow. We'll just kind of really tone it way down. And we'll tone that way down. Oh, whoops. I gotta mute Sagikar's channel. I'm lurking his raid channel. We're gonna watch it. We'll be nice and followed his channel and we'll lurk. They're working on... He's one of our channel folks. And I believe Toon Fresca is also. Awesome. There they are. Alright, we're watching. We're watching them do their savage raid. Alrighty. So I think that will be better. I'm gonna go and fix the top. It's just too hard to blend the shadows at where the two bits meet. So we'll just make them very minimal. Just make them very minimal. Alright, I think that should be good. Let's just get rid of some of this. That's on the palm of the hand. We'll get some of the darkness on the top of the hand gone. We'll tone down that a little bit. And also that. There we go. Alright. Okay. Let's try again. This is how it goes. This is what you got to do to get it right. Oh wait. And I forget every time. Turn off the skin guide. Because we don't want that layer. I've left it on and imported the file and it is just strange because there's a grid over the outside of the skin. Alright, so let's take a look and see how it looks. Import. Oh, that's much better. Alright, so we can just work in the editor now. So what I want to do, and the brush is turned on, I'm going to use my eyedropper. I'm going to grab this color and I'm going to make my brush bigger, turn the opacity down, use the soft brush, and I'm going to draw normal default, and I'm just going to draw directly on the VRoid model to blend those together. The mirror is turned on, so I can kind of unify those colors. And there, we can just kind of pull it all together. Let's turn her around. And we'll move her over. Ugh, come on now. There we go. We'll have to look at the hands a bit. Let's fix this right here. Just blend that in. That looks pretty good. Let's get a smaller brush and fix these fingers. We've got some. Make this brush way littler. Way littler. Just kind of leave a little bit of definition there. We don't want it quite that pronounced. There's her knuckles. She's got knuckles. She's got, you know, knuckles on her fingers. Even, you know, who does knuckles on their VRoid model? Me, I guess. I do knuckles. I'm doing the knuckles. A little finger shadowing to make the fingers look more realistic. And just kind of blend it in a bit. And let's look at her wrist. Oops, let me get that wrist. There we go. We have to pull her over and turn her around so we can see the wrist. Blend these together. Just leave a little bit of a go. Let's see. All right. Well, the fingers still need a little work. I still need to work on that one. This finger is not right. It's too dark. Make the brush smaller. Yeah, much smaller. That's too small. There we go. Clean up this finger. Make the knuckles just not quite so pronounced. There we go. All right. I don't know. Let's see. Pull that skin, make the brush a little bigger, a little more opaque. There we go. Blend it out a bit. There we go. So it's just really just a hint of some shadows there for where the knuckles would be instead of really pronounced. There. I like that. That looks better. And we'll do the same thing for the elbows. Need to move her over. the shading is really kind of strange because it's not set up for this skin tone. So I will have to work on that a bit. Let's tone down this elbow shadow a bit. We'll just kind of just have a little bit of a shadow where the elbow is. There, that's better. I need to fix this other place where there's shadows up on the back. We'll tone these down quite a bit. We'll just leave some shadow where the underarm would be. A little bit. Make it more opaque. And we'll blend that in. There we go. That's better. Makes the arm look a little bit more realistic. You have a little bit of a shadow on the underarm area. Although I don't like what it did there with that color. Let's do this. We'll choose this. We're gonna go there. I wonder if we can cover that. It's too red. Why? I'm selecting that. Why is it so red? Ugh. VRoid, you're so weird. Its color calibration is so weird. All right, well, I'm gonna take this back to Clip Studio and fix that. But we've got a good handle on that now. So you just get, you know, it like samples from the lighting as well. Close that. We'll open up that file again and fix that. You can see where it did it. Oh my gosh, look at that. Why is it so red? That is just bizarre. All right. So we'll add our guide in. And put in our symmetry ruler so that we don't have to do it 2 times. Good enough. All right, let's fix this. Fix the red armpit. What the heck? What the heck? You can't have red armpits. That just will not do. Let's get our eyedropper here. We'll pull this color right there. And we will fix it. It is no more a problem. Except that we're on the wrong layer. There we go. Select the correct layer, please. There we go. I'm just going to work for a few more minutes and, you know, I just want to get this basically done and then we'll pull it in. We'll take a look at it and we'll call it good enough for now. I'm just going to put a little bit of shadow there, but not much. There we go. I think that's better. And now we have to fix that weird red shadow on the back of the arm from VRoid. Wow, VRoid, you're weird. Pull that color right there and fix it. All right, there we go. Pull down that shadow. I think that should be, whoa, why is it not covering on both sides of the symmetry ruler? Oh, because I put the symmetry ruler in the wrong place. Darn it. I put it on the wrong layer. Whatever. We're just about done here anyways. There's not that much to do. It's okay if it's not perfectly symmetrical. All right. Fix this bit here on the arm. There we go. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Let's save it. Oh wait, derp, turn off the guide. File, save. Save as dark skin 1. Yes, we want to save it. Yes. All right, so let's take a look. VRoid, let's just re-import this one more time. Where did it go? Uh-oh. Oh, wait, there it is. Oh, wait. Did it not save? No, it saved. Oh, there we go. Okay. Here we are. I think that looks pretty good. Pretty good. She's still got some shadows that I don't like, but I'll fix those later. Let's put her in some clothes. We'll save that as a new item. There we go. And so let's put her back in. Here, we'll put her in a brassiere. She's got a blue brassiere. And some underpants. Wait, presets. We'll just put her in some regular old underpants. Alright. So there is the basic body. And face. I might edit the face a little bit more, I'm not sure. It's a little darker than the body texture. But it's way, way better than what you get with just sliders. Hey, Erica, new girl. Today we are working on making some darker skin colors for VRoid models because you don't get any. You just get super white. That's all you get with VRoid. And so I've been editing these textures. I'm going to give her her own hairstyle and everything, but you know, I think this body texture looks pretty good. And the face is really pretty. I was zoomed in on the boobs when you got here. Look at how beautiful her face is. She's super pretty. So we can give her, you know, a little more work later. I can change the like I have her outlines and everything done. We can make her look more 2D. Isn't she beautiful? So you can there are fun things that you can do with VRoid Studio. You can actually make your models look more 2D by turning up their outlines. You know, all of their outlines, and then turning the rim light down so that you end up having something that looks more like a 2D drawn model, but it's still a 3D model. So I'm going to be I'm going to do all these textures, and I'm going to put them up in my Etsy store for people who want to make their own VRoid models. But you are dissatisfied with the range of skin colors that you get, and you know what you get when you use a slider. So I'm going to save her, and I'll show you the difference, just so you can see. So if you use your base skin texture, that's using the sliders. That is what you get. That's how it looks. Here, and we'll do the same thing for the face. We'll choose the base face and Whoa, did I do one where I chose the sliders? Boy, it's so white. That's her finished face. Anyways, you get the idea. You don't get any definition. The colors are not even really right. That's, you know, that's not like a real skin color. And that was using the exact same color palette that I used for this. There she is. Beautiful. Beautiful little dark girl. Dark skinned girl. And yeah. I think she's nice. She needs her own hairstyle. She needs her own outfit. I'll show you the I've been working on some custom clothes. So I've been working on this. So I made a cowgirl. This is just some clothes that I designed. So I made this. It makes it looks much more real looking, and the colors are just warmer and more like real skin. Oh, Buttspot is just amazing. Don't you just love Buttspot? Check out her cowgirl vest that I designed. So I'm gonna put this outfit up on Etsy too. She's got a cowgirl vest, and I made these little khaki shorts that are hard to see. I'll change her shirt so that you can see what the what the cowgirl shorts look like. There's just some khaki shorts. So I made some khaki shorts, and she's got some riding boots as well. And they're not quite done, you know. So I'm going to get some of these things up on Etsy, some of these custom clothes and custom, you know, I'll make people avatars if they really want one. You know, it takes me a few days to make an avatar with all of the custom textures. So, you know, I mean, if you want an avatar that's fully created from scratch for you with, you know, custom face textures, like this is a custom face texture as well. Like everything is customized. Lips, eyeliner, everything. And the hairstyle is custom as well. And that took several hours. But yeah, if people want it, I'll do it. You just have to let me know. Just send me a message on Discord or whatever, and we can talk about, you know, how much it'll cost. I don't work super cheap, but you know, I gotta get something for all this effort. Anyways, that is it for today. For now, I'll keep doing art every once in a while. Well, thank you. Thanks. I've been working on it for a while. It's fun. I really like doing this. I really like making avatars. Like I made my own Catgirl avatar. I really like her. She's pretty cute. She kind of looks like me in real life, except her eyes are blue and not green because green eyes, when you use a green screen, guess what happens? You can see the world through my eyes, basically, in game. so she's got blue eyes instead. But yeah, I will. I'll be working on my Etsy store a bit, and I'll put up some, you know, a place where people can reserve custom commissions. I'm gonna have to have a limited number of commission slots that I can do for people, but because school is going to start up again in a couple weeks, sadly. But yeah, I want to thank you. Thanks for coming, Erica. It was great to have you here. You should check out my main thing that I do sometime. If you have ever played Final Fantasy XIV, I basically break into people's houses in the housing districts and go through and look at everything they did in their house. It's very voyeuristic. But it's also really fun, and we learn a lot about, you know, designing housing. And that's basically what I do. It's all good fun. And actually we've made quite a lot of friends in game that way. Thank you for coming. and I will do this again in the near future. I do art every Saturday morning. And sometimes I have like a rogue art stream during the week if I have time. But thanks, and have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to go hang out with my husband and my dog for a while and get a break, get something to drink, and stretch because I've been hunching over this tablet. All right, I'll catch you on the flip side.